Before we get into the energy, make sure you have privacy, that you're nice and relaxed. You can sit or lay down. And while you are listening to the explanation, I want you to practice the deep breathing. Breathing in deep as you can through the nose, holding. Let's start with a 6 count and then releasing through your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. Remember, in this mini course, it's not about learning and understanding the information here through your mind. It's about connecting and aligning with the feel that the information creates within your body upon connecting to the information. Pay attention when something is said. Does a feel in your body activate? Do you get chills? Do you get an itch? Do you get a twitter or a flutter or some other type of feel that might not have a word that goes with it? And pay attention with the breath if you can blow up that feel, because that's how you anchor. In order to anchor energy into your physical body, there has to be a feel. So pay attention to the breath and the words as they're being spoken. Go deeply into the feel. I recommend listening to each of the commandment videos 3 times within 24 hours. This will give you awareness to see if the feels activate each time, but each time that you listen to the video, you will hear something differently, or it will be understood within your body by the 3rd repetition. Be as present here and now, present in your body with the breath, and present with listening to the video with your hearing. Continuing the deep breathing for the whole entire length of the video. Commandment number 4. You are the creator in your universe. The choice is always yours. You must choose and define your universe. Either you live in a universe that conspires for you, or you live in a universe that conspires against you. And when you hear me talk about wobble, it simply means that you are going back and forth on any given topic between those 2 universes. You cause every effect. You will or command all things into being with your energetic commands, either spoken or silent. The answer to every outcome is but of course. In learning this commandment, think of the 80-20 rule. When most people start energetic work, 80% of the time you're in your conscious mind, 20% in the subconscious, meaning that you're being dominated by thoughts 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time you're allowing yourself to feel. We want to switch that. We want you to go deeper into the feel 80% and then 20% thought if needed after the fact. In the beginning, when you're stepping into awareness, you're going to have more awareness through your thoughts, as we discussed. Being male energy, conscious mind focused, when you are discovering if you are in a conspire for you universe versus a conspire against you universe, pay attention to your reactions to things. Do you go into the negative, even if it's mild negative, when you see someone, or you hear about an event, or something happens in front of you? So if you are on those negative radio stations, you are in a universe that conspires against you. And in a universe that conspires against you, if what your go-to thought is negative, you are not on a track that has a happy ending. When you reverse engineer a happy ending, at what point do you come back into the yuck or the negative? If you reverse engineer a happy ending, you keep that story happy from the end all the way back to the beginning, because you do not have to suffer in order to have a great or happy outcome. You can be happy the whole time as you go. So in a conspire against you universe, it's just an in the moment indicator. When you have that reaction, this is which universe you're on. Go into the breath, make sure you're hydrated, and start the deep breathing, because the conspire for you universes all have happy endings and they feel good all the time. And remember, neutral is feeling good because it's the calm, it's the clear, and it's the confident. This commandment wants to get you out of being a reactor. The law of cause and effect says for every cause, there is an effect. And we are saying that you are the cause. So when you're in reaction mode, your response feels like, how did this happen to me? It's getting an outcome unexpected. And when it's a happy unexpected, it's not a problem. When it's that negative, how did this happen? How did I get here? Where did I go wrong? You are in a conspire against you universe because you are reacting, because you stepped out of awareness of the feel. When you get into thoughts are illusion, and you can talk yourself in or out of something and not be connected to the energy of it and believing the thought that your conscious mind throws at you because it's safe, it's acceptable. When you are in creation mode, there's two modes of creation. In a conspire against you, you're complaining, you're hollering, you're blaming. You're in any of those negative radio stations or negative levels of consciousness. And when you're in negative creation and that negative vibration, because energy itself is neither positive nor negative, when you are in negative creation, you can only create negatively. Negative creation brings unwanted outcomes. So when you are in reaction mode and you are realizing the effect, you didn't know when you were creating, you were in the negative creation mode. How you now will know that you're in negative creation mode when you're complaining, when you're blaming, when you're judging, when you're in any type of negative radio station or lower level of consciousness. Negative energy brings unwanted results, unhappy endings. The flip side is appreciation. Appreciation is the joy of creation. It's creating, and the rewards of the creation aren't when you share it with the others. The initial instant reward is in the moment that you're creating it. So when you are in this deep appreciation because you get to do this, and negative creation is you have to do it. It's obligation. It's expected of you. It's been thrown upon you. When you are in appreciation mode of creation, you create and send this energy out, and your outcomes are not only what you expected. However, it's even bigger than that, because your universe, which you're the only one in, so your universe is you, will always 1 up you, 10 up you, 50 up you, because it's so unlimited that it takes where you are and says, let me take you to the next level and show you. And that is how you begin to level up. Complaining mode, negative creation, levels you down. Appreciation, calm, peacefulness, whatever the energy at the moment of creation is, like shooting an arrow at a target, and that is the level of results or higher in the positive mode. So if you're in joy as you create, then you will have outcomes that match that vibration. If you are frustrated as you create, then you will then have outcomes that match frustration. When you think of the energy as the parent, and that its results are the children, they are going to match the parent. This is why the energy techniques in this course, the 9 minutes in heaven, the binary technique, the dream relaxation technique, are so important, because it puts you in the energy first. And the more you release the thoughts and go mindless, the more you're in the energy. the higher you rise up, the higher you level up, you never have to ask again because your subconscious knows what it is that you want to experience already in just the essence of being here. That if you stay out of thought and 80% of the time, pick the energy first. Check your energy every hour on the hour, letting go of the thoughts for that 6-minute bump will ensure repeat until you don't have to remember that you will be in the energy more. And it's okay when there's peace and calm, there's nothing wrong. You're not missing anything. The peace and calm alone, without going into the higher levels of joy and happiness in awareness, you've been in such a negative creation mode that even neutrality and calm will bring you such amazing results. One of my biggest catchphrases that my students and clients know, you will hear me say over and over, but of course. Regardless, negative or positive, negative creation reaction, positive creation appreciation, the answer to every cause, the effect is but of course. It's only the mind that comes in and goes, well, why did that happen? Why did I get that result? But of course, you were in negative creation. So now in the beginning, reverse engineering, if you get one of those reactions of how did this happen, now the only answer is I was in negative creation. And it's not set in stone. You can go back into the energy at any time. Tap into the outcome, the joy of the outcome. Even if you don't know the next step of how to create it, go into the energy, go into the outcome. Stay in the joy of the outcome, the appreciation of knowing that you are the person to bring this into being. And then staying and feeling that energy in all that you do through the breathing, through the hydration. And time frames will shorten, results will exponentiate. And it will get to the point where it feels like you don't even complete the thought because you're in such great energy that things start to show up for you easily. But of course, so the but of course is a wonderful thing when it's on that positive reaction. It just lets you know that you're in that flow. It is 24/7 feedback that you are connected to the outcome that you want, because who creates something wanting a negative outcome? But you can't have a happy ending to an unhappy story, and you can't have a positive creation from a negative creative state. Get to neutral, get to the positive creation state, and everything you want is in the energy when you let go of the thoughts. Even the most amazing thoughts in the whole world, the best thoughts ever, still are no comparison to the pure energy that fuels it underneath. Trust that your experience will bring you exactly what you need. It served you when you were an infant. It's the thing that's beating your heart right now unconditionally. Allow it to work for you as you become this powerful creator in a universe that conspires for you, but of course. And that when you have those moments where you slip and you get a result that wasn't what you wanted, just know that it was a moment of negative creation, but it can easily be overridden right here, right now, by going into the energy.